This house changed our life.
But it's time to say goodbye, y'all.
What we're about to do might look like a step backward to some.
But sometimes you gotta let go of the stuff that you thought you needed for the stuff that you really want. What's up, fam?
What's up? It's Ray.
And Ty.
We were in this house during some of the hardest times.
Like losing money on our first flip, not being able to bring our son home right after hospital after he was born, and even getting fired right after that.
But we can't go without mentioning, this house has been around for us during some of our biggest growths.
Right though. Like becoming a landlord for the first time, quit my job, and becoming an entrepreneur.
And even becoming a realtor and a property inspector.
Yepper.
That's crazy. And we can't forget to mention, we actually became YouTubers here.
So it's safe to say that this house then created some ambitious, real, team-driven, and thankful people about this joint.
But we're saying goodbye. And we sure did let a lot go.
For sure. We took multiple trips to donations, trash, scrapyard.
Round 3, fight.
Yeah, we got to get these toys out.
Whole bunch.
We got more stuff leaving. It's actually crazy to think about how long we had that stuff. Like, we were really there for 10 years.
Right though. Anybody need some movie pictures? One of my main goals when we got our own house was I always wanted a theater in the basement. Or just a movie theater in general. So our first crib, man, I found this boy on Craigslist.
Right.
The dude wanted like 600, but after I got to talking to him and we went out to his house, he like, man, honestly, I just want this thing gone. You can give me 300. I'm like, oh, we on our way. Came with the projector, the screen. He said he actually hand built this frame and stuff. It's like $200 plus to replace that bulb, and now we got HD stuff. That thing ain't even got no HDMI port. In our next crib, I'm gonna need the whole shebang, the real surround with the boom, boom, bop, you feel me, whole big screen, real candy area.
I remember being so proud of these pictures,
Man.
because these came from Hobby Lobby, and ooh, when I made a purchase at Hobby Lobby, your girl was feeling herself like, yes, dang. But we might let them go because it might not be the old Western type vibe.
No.
Shout out to Bae, you so cute, because he be making sure he put our pictures back up. Don't mind this poster right here, because my baby actually put these in frames.
Right.
And he ended up putting that boy back, because what? Did the frame broke?
Probably.
Because I swear that was actually in a frame.
With like these movie pictures, I was just picking movies that was so-called iconic. Cause it's like growing up seeing it, and it's like they just glorify it and make other people think they can do it, even though at the end of the movie everybody end up broke or in jail. So, but people don't learn
like
that
Franklin. It's a guilty
right
pleasure. I gotta quit Snowfall, BMF.
Yeah, because
It's
some
like
I mean, they be cool
business.
though. But some be like, oh, it's a good storyline. I like a good story.
Because even with the Righteous Gemstones, if you think about it, they on some other stuff. Whew, our millionth load. Ty used to use this board when he first quit his job to map out his days. And it's funny because we actually got that from a project. This came from
Open the
TJ
door,
Baby
though.
Shower. A little too much now. Make it work.
Which one going first?
Probably this one here.
Sheesh. What do you do?
This house.
Oh, we do.
Hotel.
Nah. We keep all our houses. Trying to get more. So we just build up that monthly cash flow.
You're on the right track. I do real estate too, man. But I'm in the flip.
Oh, you flip?
Okay.
Fix up and resell.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, we did one flip, and it was pretty cool, but it was like, maybe we should start keeping some.
My story opposite of yours.
Oh, yeah?
I started renting and then I almost my tenant and I said maybe I should start flipping.
Yeah. Definitely could be a headache.
One tenant, man, she did the number on me. Got me with like 12 grand. Well, you know what, it's not for me, man. Switched. That was like 5 years ago. And it's working out good for me.
Oh, okay.
But absolutely the rent, the way to go if you want to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's not hard if you don't make the first mistake, which is you just gotta know who you put in your house from the get-go.
Oh, yeah.
So true.
Me, I wasn't like this.
Yeah.
You know, A lady walk into the store that I know from my store. I'm like, go ahead. I ain't even take no month deposit, no security, no nothing.
Oh, yeah.
She nailed me. Good luck to you.
All right, appreciate it. You too.
Should have asked him if he had any tips for like capital.
Yeah, this trailer's so random. We got totes, four-wheelers,
Daddy.
speakers. Breaking down the kitchen.
Yeah.
Go ahead, feed it.
You gotta get the big. We can store things. Yeah.
Want me to wake him up?
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Yeah, now wake him up.
All right, if I hit it, it's gonna go into pieces. That's cool. You wanted to break?
Look, do that.
All right. Slimer!
Oh! You break his arm!
And his face, bro. I ain't even mean to hit him.
Why did you do that?
Why you put it right there, bro? His hand broke, but he's still alive. He's still alive. You ain't gonna beat him up. I'm not gonna beat you up first.
Do that.
Slimer!
Oh!
Knock, knock.
Bye. Oh!
You can do the rest.
Where did you go? I said, come on. Ooh! Come on. I said, come on. Take it. Dang! You playing that big joint. Ah!
Knock, knock.
You destroying my car?
Destroy.
Destroy!
Watch your leg. You gonna bust your knee. Ah!
Ah! Wait, what? What's in there?
Wires.
Wires. Hurry up! Yeah, you broke my whole car. They broke the chicken. Yeah, baby. Broke the chicken.
Break a wheel.
Set. Ah. 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 Yeah. Ah. 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 Ah.
Get your leg.
Hi guys. I gotta
You
go.
saw it on the trailer.
Guys.
Alright, let's go. Throw it on the trailer now.
Let's do this. It's stuck. It's stuck still. Okay. Let's. Now I have to go take this.
So this how you feel?
I ain't never get to jump on the couch before.
Oh my goodness, and he got his shoes on. He's showing out.
Man, this boy bouncy as heck. I see why y'all used to be jumping on this one.
And look at Ava, she editing. She think about it like, Oh! I missed the good part.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all been just bouncing on it. What you mean?
That's why it's broke.
Shoot.
Dang, what's in the inside of the couch?
Ouch.
Okay. That's all the couch is, huh?
Wood.
Cushion and wood.
Wow.
We spent some good money on this couch. This was a terrible design.
Ooh, ooh. Ooh, talk about a back crack.
Look at that, the base coming off.
Oh Lord.
This stuff be a bunch of BS.
Ooh,
Spending
nails
money
coming
when
out.
Ouch!
Oh Lord. That's probably what was poking us.
So this process definitely let us know how unimportant having all that crap in the basement actually was.
Thinking back, we kind of abandoned this house to be able to go save the once abandoned 3 family that we were working on. Both of them are eye openers to let us know how much stuff really doesn't matter.
And how much little you actually need.
What's the second one? Here I go.
Don't mind us, we just one baby. Only one person missing.
Ava. What if we just camped out?
So our favorite places during this time was definitely donations.
So we are here dropping off donations. And don't mind, we also have some scrap in there.
Oh yeah, definitely gotta have that.
In the past, I didn't know that the Goodwill actually gave this money to a good cause.
Right.
But recently we end up learning that they actually give the funds they get to people who want to build real skills. It was pretty cool because when we came up this time, they actually showed proof that they are trying to help people.
Right.
Look at that. Goodwill gives people the skills to transform their lives. Mobile Tech Learning Lab. Look, they got walk-ins tomorrow. That is so cool. That makes it feel so great to be donating here, literally in their parking lot, and they are accepting walk-ins.
Investing in people learn.
Right. Well, another benefit is we're able to take advantage of these donations on our taxes. This is our Goodwill donation receipt. Check into it, see if it can help you too.
And one of my dream cars in the parking lot too, so that's even more motivation right there. Let's go.
So which one y'all think it is?
363. Well, it ain't an S though, but it's just missing the S, that's it. But I'm still on my 450 first. Also, the junkyard. 13,060 pounds.
Over there? Woo!
Oh, that looks so cool.
Yeah! Dad, is there any more to go? What's this?
That is a card holder. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's trash in it.
Oh, come over here.
No, great grab it. That is how it's getting cut. They can getting cut like that.
Whoa. Oh, so they separating the tank.
Whoa!
Dang.
Wait, Dad, are we gonna take rid of this? Take it, this big boy.
Boy, you don't know nothing about that. That's a CD player.
Wait.
What used to be your favorite CD when y'all was younger? Let us know, fam.
Huh?
That boy don't know nothing about no CDs. Oh. Whoa. So Ava's actually doing
Oh!
research for us here. Do you want to come, Mama?
Ava, your school controller. Look at your way.
What if I still wanted that?
Oh, you better get it.
What if they
What?
just smashed Daddy's truck?
Okay. Fire. This one. Throw it. Ow!
Okay. Alright, Daddy's old water bottle.
That boy disappeared from your car.
He's coming to push everything. Isn't that so cool? Oh! Woo! You can do it! Hey! Wow! So this big old truck just got on the scale, got them some dirt.
Contaminated dirt.
So we weighed in and we were at 12,820. The first weight was 13,060. Let's do some quick math. That was about 240 pounds, so let's see. And Bae got some wires.
Watch out for big person behind you.
Look at this. This was all just in the basement.
Man.
That's crazy. This is your sign. Go through your electronics. Is that aluminum? So let's do the test. They just showed that if it's aluminum, it's not gonna stick. I don't know.
If it sticks, then that means it's metal. Don't stick.
Let's see. Oh, look. What about this?
That's brass.
It's aluminum if it don't stick. That's funny. So what if it got slight magnetation?
Got stagnant magnetation. God bless you. I don't know.
Foil with copper. So that's the good stuff. You gotta separate that. What you gonna go in there like, hold on. Let me get that off the top.
So at the scrap yard, we drop off scrap and then they like use the scrap, right?
So basically we're recycling scrap, right?
Uh-huh. And then we get money for giving them the scrap. Daddy said we could get some Dunkin' Donuts or Jack Frost, but he said it depends on how much money we get from the scrap yard.
Why?
So we can make money.
But we use the extra money to be able to get.
We use it for our groceries.
Well, we basically will use it for lunch or gas, whatever comes first, right?
Yeah.
So another great idea is to look into what are some things they reuse this metal for. While it says scrap yards sell processed metal to smelters and manufacturers to be melted down and recast into new products such as construction materials, beams, roofing, vehicle parts, appliances, industrial containers, and food packaging. It says recycling scrap metal reduces the need to mine for virgin ore, significantly lowering energy consumption and environmental impact compared to using new materials. So once again, reduce, reuse, recycle, helping the earth for the most part.
So today's total is $18 for the metal, $16 for aluminum, random scrap 40 cents, electric motors $2, aluminum $2, copper set, all plugs $20, batteries $1, total of $67.
Hey.
That means we ain't got enough for no Jack Frost ponies.
Why?
That wasn't bad for just wire and stuff. That was just in the basement in bags for real.
Right. $60 to just sitting around.
If you ain't using that stuff, it's about time. This is your sign to just get rid of. Throw it in the gutter and go and buy another if you need it in the future.
Right.
It's probably costing you more money and brain space to have it just sitting around and not being used. I've been thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it. And no, I ain't using none of it. So we get our final crib where we supposed to be at, I'm gonna buy everything brand new. We ain't got time for that BS. Sounding out T-Feezy and OG right. We actually here to build the walls in the basement. So we got our trailer on site here and we got all our wood, including all our other stuff that's in here. We carpet pad and a whole bunch of crap. So about to pull all this wood out of here so we can build these walls. Then we gonna keep it pushing. And we got some flickering lights. I don't know why this light tweaking. We're gonna have to put some lights in here.
Well, I just knocked you out. Bop. Change my hand. Oh, like this. Uh-oh, where's the step? Hold on. Uh-oh, hold on. Yeah, there we go.
What's cracking, fam? We back. So, first thing we're gonna do here is lay out our wood, which I pretty much already did on this floor. Of course, we got some scrap 2x6s because we reduce, reuse, recycle. So we're gonna use the same wood. And this wood is not pressure treated, so I got some tar paper right there that I'm gonna lay underneath this wood. And we also got some super long 2x4s that I use to frame up some concrete. But today they're gonna be used to frame up a wall. So hopefully we got enough. If we don't, and we got some more scrap pieces outside in the trailer and we gonna make it work. We even got doors over there too, y'all. So we using everything that we got already.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Okay.
Can somebody tell Ty to let me get some flooring for in here so it can feel like home and comfortable? Like a little workspace, you know, when we want to just come here, press some shirts, you know, make it feel comfortable. Maybe even have a meeting, you know.
Can somebody send some money to Ray?
Dang, that's how you gonna do me? Throw me to the streets and ask
Shit.
tell me, buddy.
You want to put floors in a storage.
Hey, don't say it like that. It's more than a storage.
I mean, it'll definitely feel nice and homey. Or
Not even
just not homey, but
officey.
comfortable.
Yeah, like comfortable, like a workspace / storage space.
I guess we really could make an office out of this boy, too.
Yeah. So what you up to?
So right now I'm just marking where my studs gonna go. Fun fact, when you get a tape measure, well, with this brand tape measure I got, you see these red highlights. If you wanna map out, make sure your studs is in the right spot, all you gotta do is pull out your tape measure and just mark everywhere you see that red. So that's 16 inches. You just keep going down, keep marking.
then you know where your stud's gonna go. Mostly if it's a nice quality tape measure, then it will have these markings on the tape measure to let you know every 16 inches where your stud gonna go. And then even with this tape measure that I got, it's a Milwaukee brand. I think it actually says stud on the tape measure. Of course, they're gonna have those little features. And then there's also some other little markings and stuff like that for if you want like 12 inches, you know, all that good stuff. But I don't know if y'all care about that. But just know there's other markers on there if you wanted to put your studs a little closer together. But we doing 16. If we got enough wood, we might go 24. You never know. So I'm about to cut these 2x6s. I should have this boy set up outside, but I don't want to do double work, but it will be less dust. And this is actually my saw that got a little issue with it, but it got a nice fresh blade on here, so it's gonna cut this boy like butter. Fresh. I'm cutting these so they can stop right in front of this. Wait, what the fees? Look, that's why I need my real pencil so I can see what the hell. Look, I'm supposed to cut all the way right there.
Hey, play myself too.
Yup. Man, I just blast it right with dust. Camera sitting sideways. We need another tripod.
Oh, dang, it just fell.
This piece of shiitake mushroom.
Guess what? We ain't move that thing nowhere.
No.
Hustling, trying to get it. I'm hustling for mine, yeah. So why don't we go and get it?
I ain't got no level. Got a tight fit, so that means somewhat straight. That's one. Sixes, 2x6s. Put a screen door on this mug.
My daughter needs tuition for a new family business. So I'm hustling for mine, yeah. So watch me go and get it.
So the lights suck down here, but framing up my doorway right now, and I'm gonna put a little header across here. So I'm gonna go ahead and nail this on to here. Sister these boys. Perfect. Now I can straighten this up. I ain't gonna lie, that boy looks straight though. All right, so that's pretty much gonna go like that there. Now I just gotta put more studs over here, and I can get throwing up some plywood. $86. So the type of wall I'm building is a pressure wall. Cutting these joists, these studs, a little longer than usual, just so it be nice pressure holding down this base seal plate, holding that down to the ground. So still gonna hit it with some nails, but I think I got some Tapcon, which is concrete screws to screw down in the floor, which I'm gonna definitely put some in so this don't move, but I like to do the pressure first. Make sure this boy nice and tight. Fun fact, y'all, check out the abandoned renovation video. These basement steps was the first stair strings that I cut. That's when I created my little jig. Shout out to the One Brothers. Always measure twice and cut once so you don't waste material, especially when you're already limited on material. That look like that's gonna break. This long enough. This boy just about there. That's why I like driving my truck, because that boy is just a driving toolbox. I ain't driving my truck, so I ain't got my level. That's the main thing I need, my level. Could have used the square, I ain't got my square. Not recommended to build a wall without those things. Dang, I ain't got no crowbar. Yeah. So this stud is where that 8 foot gonna stop. I might have to just cut the top and then let that boy sit there. All right, I'm about to throw a panel on this boy. Well, that's the first board. It's about to get dark too. Make sure this ain't too tight too. Instead of running that board right there, since my door right there, I'm gonna have to cut that already. Instead of that, this bottom piece on, and then I'm gonna just work my way up from there. This board here, it slide perfectly right behind that 2x4, so I'm gonna slide that all the way down. 2x4 at the end to nail that. Then I'm gonna have to cut a piece here. I may actually be able to put a full piece in here as well and slide that boy right up in here. That means this plywood actually will come back here and it'll be able to slide instead of me cutting this angle right here. It's super irritating that I don't have my pencil, man. When you're doing a job and ain't got the right tools, it really makes the job harder, especially when you got the right tools. Like you got them, but they ain't with you. Drive me crazy. Let's see where this stop at. Should be perfect right here on this stud. I gotta pull that back. So this cubby hole, we actually gonna leave this open so we can have some storage underneath this stair right here. So I'm actually pull that back out like this for real, which is still perfect because it line up with this joist. It line up with this stud. Sometimes it be difficult when you're building something on the fly. You gotta think as you work. So this is what I'm about to do. I ain't got my square, I ain't got my T-square, I ain't got my pencil, I ain't got nothing. So instead of cutting these to size, which I can't do because I ain't got no material, I guess I'm not about to go buy no pencil, none of that goofy stuff. I'm just gonna overlap it, nail it, and then just come back, cut it straight down. And that's gonna be what it be. Listen, if I have my proper stuff, I'll be doing this the proper way. Well, let them two boards meet up like this. But now what I'm about to do is pretty much put it on top. It's gonna be overlapped like that because I ain't got time. But right here, I'm gonna have to, dang, man, I just need my stuff. All right, then I'm gonna have to knock this board over. This is where our door going. I'm about to actually cut that piece of header so I can put that bad baby here. And the way I'm doing this with the saw, I don't have a pencil. Line in my 37.5 where I gotta cut it up with the blade, and then I know exactly where to cut it without making a mark. Now I need to cut my seal, my doorway out right here. So I got my Sawzall, one battery. So we're gonna let this one battery work. All right, y'all, we're gonna call it a day because I gotta get the proper tools. And then we can actually finish this the right way. Because I ain't really trying to keep eyeballing this stuff. It's irritating as heck. And I wanna make this stuff really almost perfect for real. I was about to just say forget it and I'm just gonna wing it, but I want it to be, tight as possible when I put this wall up. So we'll be back tomorrow.
Like, it was enough room in that Alliance and that Momentum.
All right, y'all, we back. I got a little bit more light. Got my wood, got my tape measure, drill, saw, level. And I must say, my walls actually was dang near straight. So they weren't straight, but they was dang near straight. So I would have been cool eyeballing the work. But we're about to get back to it and measure these panels out here. And, you know, get putting it up. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, that's better than that battery power. I ain't used that boy in years.
All right, y'all. So, Bae getting us together. Bae, you built us a whole storage facility. Ooh, hold up now. I ain't gonna say you built us one, but hey, we got a business that wants to rent this. And wow, shout out to you.
It's all about using your imagination.
Yes, shout out to you for building a storage facility. And we already started bringing stuff in. As you can see, these are my totes, and I feel like they look so good the way they stacked up. And we even tried to start a similar organization strategy with these yellow and black totes. We actually have the other ones at one of our other projects. So my thought process is to have, I guess, sections, like certain sections like plumbing, lighting, electric. So let's see if we can clean it up a little bit more, because we have one more load to put in here. So what do you think about this?
It's very cool.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, and we can put all our stuff in there, and I can store all my purses in there and stuff.
You already know our big goals.
Moving into the RV.
Right, or land, whichever one comes first.
I want to get bigger first.
Yeah, this makes it way easier for us to not have to worry about certain things. Let's go ahead and organize all of this stuff. This is pretty much the space the business is renting. I'm proud of us because, y'all, we downsized so much. This is almost half of our stuff that we actually still had left after doing a bunch of drop-offs for donation and a bunch of drop-offs for trash. This is random, but check out this art one of our tenants has down here. This is so cool. That actually looks like Chance the Rapper. It's a lot to unpack, but if you look, it's a bunch of little details.
Cinnamon roll?
So we do this thing.
Oh, Bria.
If I make this, you have to do one of your Roblox cards.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so we're working on our paint section right now. Throwing our old paint and organizing. Just the art gray. Gotta try and get rid of all this. A thing full of garbage, y'all. This dude then turned these into instruments. Hey.
First of all, it was my idea.
Oh,
He
no.
took them from me.
Uh-oh. She said, ain't nobody here to see you, Otis.
I got this stuff in my hand. I can do it.
Daddy is playing that. Someone was right there.
It was right there.
So we're actually working on getting more organized so we can know our inventory. So I'm just going ahead and taking pictures of stuff to add them to albums in our business phone. So just take a picture. Then I'm adding to a album.
I wonder if they got some type of program that can be easier.
Right. And I already made an installation album, so I'll click that. And boom. That's going to be a way for us to keep up with what we have and not always have to come searching and digging it out. And then we'll be mad like, oh, we just did all that digging and it's not even the right thing.
Or we just bought some and we got it in storage already.
Right. All right, we reducing, reusing, and recycling. These drawers actually came from the abandoned house makeover. Now they're turning into the home for our screws and nails. Kind of trying to figure out a game plan on how to organize them because we have a lot of them. All right, little people, we got coolers that y'all also have to stack on top of the coolers, okay?
Okay, I look at this.
Take it down. Okay. Press on the side.
Don't drag it, hug it.
Great job today. Thank you for carrying my name.
Your name?
Yeah.
Daddy! Daddy, let me take the sippy.
Take that pot right there.
What? This one?
Hey, stop pushing me.
No pushing. What is that?
Ow. Next is this.
You was trying to say this. Thank you.
Dang, Dad.
Okay. Look at that.
You make it look easy. Do you think we should lay them down going across the wall? Or do you think they're gonna be too long?
Stick them up top.
Ow! I'll go get out.
Well, I'm just gonna have to keep bringing more down.
Here's not the big one.
Okay, next time, don't do that, crazy guy.
I'll be your old.
So we got this little rack system from actually a dump load that somebody rented. The same people that rented and rotted out our dang trailer. But they had this new little wall system in there. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep this to put it inside our enclosed trailer, but this came in handy because I could put it right here down in the storage unit. So there's multiple of these panels that you can pretty much keep stacking and make it longer. You want to put more like pegs or something like that on here. So like that. It was pretty cool. I'm glad I kept it because now it come in handy. I don't know what I'm gonna sit right here, but something right here, probably hang the weed whackers or some string, something from over here.
So this is one of those, hey, while I'm here and since I got this, I might as well paint a little bit of this. They did a little mudding and now he doing a little painting.
Well, I mudded those spots because it was a little crack. You can kind of see inside of the room. So went ahead and mudded that up so we don't get no peeping Susans or people time. That really goes to the security system. Yeah. Detectors, this is very important. All right, so we got this primer right here. This is actually some really good primer. We just got a tad bit left, so it's like, why not just roll it out on this wall here instead of just keep storing it and then figuring out when to use it or whatever. I'm gonna pour this in this bucket.
Pour it in the bucket.
I mean, hey, it been a long day. Pour it in the pan. if you understand what I'm saying. I was thinking paint this too, because it'll let the light bounce off of it, make it a little brighter. See, we need our other camera. And that cover good. It's some thick paint.
How far can you get? How far can you get?
How far? See, that one is done. Nice icy white. Let's go ahead and hit this bad baby up too. We got a tad bit more paint left, so I think I'm gonna just paint the top half first. See how far we can stretch it. Probably should run this boy dry when I'm painting. Need to get back from this paint. I got this icy new Art Like Crush t-shirt on, you feel me? So I ain't really trying to get that boy messed up, but honestly, if I do get paint on it, it is what it is. I got me a new paint shirt, but I might get cussed out by Ray. It's the same roller I was using too for walls and ceilings up there. It's a nice microfiber. I think it's microfiber or cotton, might be cotton, but it's a good roller. On it nice and bright down this boy. The light already low. We gotta buy some more bulbs to light up this whole basement. But I don't even think that many tenants really be using it. We got lights in like the main areas, walkways, and then over by the laundry. But we definitely need to get some more bulbs. Might have enough paint to paint the whole thing. Some of the paint might be a little light, but hey, as long as it's spread, as long as some light can bounce off of this white. Do, 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 do. Dang, really ain't got no paint though. Stretch it. It's dry. Pick up any little bit we can get out this bad baby. Bam. And that's how you use the rest of your paint. See, boo, what y'all think? We stretched that boy out the furthest we could. I got that roller nice and dry. And we good to go. Now we got a nice whole icy wall right here. So from big room to storage room. Now we can walk up over this boy. Oh, I done locked myself out. And look at that light, it's definitely bouncing off. Now we had some brighter white lights we're gonna put in, then it'll be a whole lot better. But we still got 2 slots right there, throw bulbs. See how that light bright over there? We want to get another bright bulb like that. Let me know what y'all think about this little storage room right here. Did we do a pretty good job? I know we can do better. We can still close up a couple more spots, but for right now, being a rush job, you can't beat that at all. So can't beat the nice little storage room. What y'all think about this bad baby? Let us know down in the comment section below. And as you can see, we're in an empty room.
Welcome to our new space.
And as you see, it's a little empty in here and it's a little echo.
And on that note, I want to talk more, y'all. But first, let's cozy up this new temporary space.
Yep, we got somebody that actually help us do that. So let's get to it. Big shout out to Flexi Spot because they decided to send us out their Japanese joinery bed frame. They also wanted to upgrade our mattress too. They sent us over their hybrid U3 mattress. So we're gonna see what that bad baby feel like, because it was about time we upgraded. The reason we decided that we needed a new bed frame and a whole new setup is because with the old setup, it was just way too heavy, y'all. It was a metal frame, also was like a multi-lift, so it lifted and moved a couple of different ways. When we took a trip to the scrap yard, we went ahead and took that with us. The place we going to is temporary. We wanted something that can be easily set up and easily removed when it was time to go. So the reason we chose this one, because it's a Japanese joinery style, it interlocked and it don't need a bunch of screws and all that other crap, because the Japanese joinery style is a really good traditional woodworking method that they still use when they building houses. Everything is interlocking, holding in. So basically this bed frame is easy to put together and it's nice and sturdy. Nice hard wood. They say this is actually rubber wood, which makes it cost efficient, mold resistant, scratch resistant. It also cut down on all the squeaking. Went ahead and chose this oak color right here. This is like a nice neutral, pretty much go with a little bit of everything. So this is everything that came in the box. I'm actually set up these pieces in the spot we want them to go. The legs even recess a little bit to let us push the bed up nice and flush to the wall, and it'll curve right over that baseboard trunk. Some people don't have that issue, some people do. Hopefully with this bed frame, it won't be you. Ooh, keep playing with me off the top of the dome. Gonna lift up this frame here, slide it right in.
That is so cool.
With all these pieces interlocking, it'll cut down on the noise, so it shouldn't be no squeaking or no wobbling or nothing like that. For the last piece, they also sent us a headboard too. It's gonna be slightly different on how to set this up. We're gonna go ahead and swap these feet out. That little concave go towards your back wall. And this piece here, just gonna slide in, drop it down just like we did the other foot. 2 pieces of plywood style boards. Drop this piece in and connect right there in the middle to the next piece. Bam, we got a headboard. Now we got our other pieces laid out on the floor where we pretty much gonna be cross connecting these. Another plus, the slats on this bed that hold up the bed is Velcro. They sent us over their hybrid U3 mattress, and it also say allow up to 48 hours for this to fully expand. It's doing its own thing. I meant to do that. So with this U3 mattress from Flexi Spot, they give us a nice little cutter so we can cut open this plastic. Yeah! Timber.
So right away, I can feel that it has a durable material. Okay, Flexi Spot, come through with the premium quality and still keep the prices accessible. Watch out, competitors.
Fall test. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, with our old mattress, if I would have fell back like this, I probably would have got a little concussion.
This is definitely soft. And I love that they mention their foam is non-toxic, environmentally friendly, and safe for us to use.
That's what I'm talking about.
They offer a 365 night trial and a lifetime warranty. And I love that it was made in the US. And if y'all could tell by Bae's reaction, this medium firmness should hit the spot. I can't wait to see what their dynamic balance support system is about. I can already picture getting a comfortable sleep. And even though this bed is so comfortable, we need to get our butts up and finish prepping the rest of our room. Curtains, sheets, pillow. So let us know what you think of our color scheme we're going with. And in honor of the pillow gods, are you ready?
Well, bang.
This reminds me of some vanilla chocolate ice cream.
Oh. So if y'all want to experience this Flexi Spot bed frame and bed for yourself, you already know we got an exclusive code for y'all, so check the description down below. Make sure you put that in. I think they actually running the sale right now, so that on top of our code should get you some extras off. We definitely got to hook y'all up if we get hooked up too. Come on now.
So don't miss out, y'all. Transform your sleep with comfort, convenience, and unmatched value. This is crazy. Like, it feels so unreal for us to just be in this new space. We are living with my mom. Some people might see that as backsliding, and then there's some people who see it as a strategy to get ahead. It actually was a joke at first, and then we start thinking about it like, that actually could make sense. We feel like it's a smoother transition. With other cultures, we notice that they usually team up and live together to grow, to brainstorm and figure out how they can get to the next level.
we're moving into a space where they got a lot of space. Just like we had our house. A bunch of the spaces in that house weren't being used. And they really wanted us to move here too. It wasn't like a forceful push back and forth.
It's pretty cool to be living with my mom because she is a GOAT in real estate, okay? If anything, we're going to be having masterminds and strategizing about how we can all continue to grow.
Right.
I mean, why not be around someone you love and someone you could build with? And to be honest, we would love to have a family compound.
That's part of our plan as well. So now, by moving here, we're making more money, adding another rental to our list, which we was already planning to do. And some of y'all already know the plans we got planned to do.
You already know the plans we got planned. Here we go.
Oh, snap, look. I ain't even driving.
And making this move just made it a whole lot easier. Stay tuned. And also turning these once forgotten about houses into homes. Because that's one thing we always going to do. We going to keep doing because that's our first love right there.
Right.
Our plan is to make this rental world way better. And we can do that one house at a time.
Right.
Most people will sell everything and downsize and then move into their RV. We kind of do the opposite. We want to keep our investments, downsize, and be able to wiggle and move and go wherever we want to go. And it's way easier, again, to make that transition from a smaller space because we're going to have to downsize anyways. We just traveling back and forth into properties. It was to the point where it's like, all right, we don't need all this space right now.
We have goals of seeing so much more that's out there. Like, we don't want to be stagnant, stuck in our state. Like, we want to get out and go experience what other states have to offer. And we want to be able to take our home with us.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a plus of the RV. This is a way to grow mentally, to once again remember stuff doesn't necessarily matter. That making memories and figuring out what we truly want out of life is what matters. And I feel like this will end up offering us more clarity, especially once we get all our projects in some type of groove, because even getting that house ready, which we will share with y'all, was a process.
So at the end of the day, y'all, we are feeling ambitious, real, team driven, thankful. This is a step forward for us again. And make sure y'all stay tuned in. Join the family if y'all haven't, because we got so much more in store.
Yes.
If you want to keep supporting us, all you got to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends, share with your family, so we can keep growing this family. And also, please check out the memberships. Head over to ARTTLife.com. Check out the different stuff we have for sale, y'all.
We always drop it in the description, and we always drop it in the comment section.
Yep. Peace out, fam. Love
See you in the
y'all.
next video.
Catch y'all in the next one.
Much love.
Oh, this is my side, no.
No, I'll play you.
Oh, we gotta jump on this boy too. Wait, don't stand up though.
You better quit for you.
I was about to be on the floor.
Backflip. Watch out, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Do y'all like this color scheme?
Or should we return this?
Or should we return all this and get a different color? Let us know down in the comment section below. Oh, look, she done fell off the bed.
That was close.
We gotta get the baby kids.
Open your eyes.
Oh.
Oh.